Welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris and I help people to find their center. In this video, I'm going to share with you 3 signs that you're going through a spiritual awakening and you might not even realize it. You may be picking up on a lot of the collective right now. So planet Earth is going through something called the Great Awakening, which is basically a spiritual awakening of herself. And starseeds, Lightworkers came here because Earth put out a call back when the atomic bomb went off. You could check out more of this stuff about Dolores Cannon, the law of one materials, and basically Earth is going through her own spiritual awakening, and so are we. So you may have started to question reality. You may start to remember that you're more than just this physical being, that you may remember that you're source energy, or you may remember that you have past lives and past incarnations either on Earth, or you may have connections to Pleiades, to Sirius, to Vega, Atlantis, and some of these other planets. And right now Earth herself is shifting from 3D consciousness, which is linked to the solar plexus, to 4D consciousness, which is the heart chakra. And Lightworkers and starseeds came from all over the galaxies to help raise the frequency on the planet. But the only way we can raise the frequency is to do it from the inside out. The cool thing about the Great Awakening is that we're all ascending in our physical vessels right now. So what's going on is a collective purge. The COVID stuff is a collective purge. We've been focused too much on me, on self, on ego, and all about ourselves, and not about thinking of others, not about thinking of the planet. And we've been taking too much. Take, destroy, consume for far too long. So if you look at where, the virus or whatever attacks, it attacks the lungs. The lungs in Chinese medicine is linked to the metal element. The metal element is all about self. It's linked to ego. So no wonder why, anyway, to backtrack, we're going from 3D, which is about the ego, which is about the fire chakra and about self and egotism as the negative aspect. We're shifting to 4D, which is more heart-centered and about the collective, and us remembering that we're not separate, but we're actually one being. We're actually we're all cells of a greater being who's all part of a greater being, and so on and so forth. So by us remembering that we're a source energy, by us remembering who we are, and we came here to play this game so we can influence it, raise our vibration by being born into the system, forgetting that we're gifted and we have these powers of telepathy, Harry Potter kind of stuff, where we can instantaneously manifest things, where we can teleport, where we can, do bilocation and all this other kind of stuff. Anyway, so 3 signs that you're going through a spiritual awakening. Number 1 is you're experiencing physical symptoms. I'm talking headaches in the brow indicates third eye chakra opening. I'm talking about ringing in the ears, which is a sign that either your guides are trying to speak to you, or you're hearing or downloading stuff, depending on which ear it is. That's kind of up for debate. So you can be getting a headache, you may be getting some eye pain, you may be hearing some ringing in the ears, you may also feel really tired. So number 1 is experiencing some symptoms like fatigue and ringing in the ears, leaking in the ears. You may feel tired. Those are some signs that you're going through a spiritual awakening. Number 2 is you're starting to kind of question reality. It's about you're not really sure that your life is resonating with you anymore. You're concerned about the ego avatar that you have, and you may feel some disassociation from that, from this character that you've been playing. You may be questioning reality, questioning these beliefs. You may be questioning the system of the matrix and why things are the way they are. For example, I didn't get something as a kid. I was like, okay, so it was proven that matter cannot be created or destroyed. It only changes form. So then what happens when we die? So there's two contradictions right there. There's two paradoxes. So you may be experiencing, questioning of things. Things no longer make sense to you. You may find yourself wanting to go within more. Even what I'm saying here in this video, you should always go within. You should always go with what you feel is right for you. Go within, take that time and that space. You may need it if you're feeling tired, you're getting headaches, you're getting ringing in the ears. So number one is some of the physical symptoms: fatigue, eye pain, earaches, fatigue. Number two is starting to question your reality, starting to question the narratives that you've been telling yourself, starting to question whether or not what we've been fed in the media is actually accurate. The news, the stocks and all this, you may start to question that, So again, how do you work with some of these physical symptoms? How do you work with some of these? You can look up homeopathics. I've got some stuff about natural therapeutics. I'm going to come out with more of this stuff to ease a bit of the, the physical symptoms that are going on. Third eye, the brow pain indicates a headache. A headache indicates third eye chakra. Ears is clairaudience, which is linked to the ether element, which is the throat chakra and expression. So again, you've got the physical symptoms of the spiritual awakening. You've got some of the emotional stuff of questioning reality and questioning why you're even here. And then number three is the spiritual stuff. You realize that you're more than just your physical vessel. You realize that you're here for a purpose. So you've got physical stuff going on with spiritual awakening. You've got emotional and mental, and then you've got the spiritual. So three different aspects of the spiritual awakening process, and going within and recognizing that you have a soul mission, and you may feel called and you may feel activated with some of the stuff that's been going on, ringing in the ears. And when you go to sleep at night, you may be having dreams. That's you getting downloads from your higher self. That's you getting downloads from your star self, your starseed self, your ET self, your guides, what have you, guiding you on your path. And there's different layers and different levels to the ascension process, as it's known, the great ascension, the great awakening. And Earth is mirroring us. We are mirroring Earth. So by remembering that, what you're feeling is only temporary. If you're going through, a depression, if you're going through, a bit of a hard time right now, I know it's hard to say, like if you feel stuck, but remember that it's coming up for a reason. Earth herself is going acute. We're going acute, and that means bringing up stuff that no longer serves us. That means bringing it up physically, emotionally, and mentally, and spiritually. And it could feel like overwhelming. So again, you got the physical symptoms of eyes, eye aches, earaches, all that kind of stuff, ringing in the ears. You've got the mental, emotional of questioning, of you may feel some negative emotions coming up, frustration, anger. You may be picking up on some of the stuff that's going on in the collective right now, anxiety. And the third thing is dreams. It's you're having more dreams. You may be, feeling like reality is more fluid, that time is speeding up, that time is an illusion. You may recognize that you're here for a greater purpose, and going through that is how you get to the next level spiritually, by letting go of all this stuff. Your body, your mental space, your spirit is just illuminating all the stuff in your life that's keeping you stuck, that's weighing you down. So by purging this stuff up, Gaia is purging herself. She cannot handle any more of this negativity, this toxic stuff, this me attitude for too long. It's been going on too long, where we're killing each other, where we're going to war over resources. Meanwhile, there's way more than enough. There's more than enough to share and give and receive, instead of just taking all the time. So that's what the Great Ascension is about, the Great Awakening. And we're going through it on an individual level and a collective level. So again, physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. So we're all purging on different levels to become lighter, so that in our fourth D self can be freer, more fluid, more light, more heart chakra, more heart-centered and spirit-based. So I hope you have a wonderful day. You're awesome. You're here for a purpose. You're here for your soul's mission. You're here to anchor in the rainbow light frequency. You're here to anchor in higher vibrational states. You're here to do what you love for a living, your passion. Even if you can't do it for a living, start doing it for free, start doing it for fun, have more fun. Reality's, more playful. So I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Let me know if you're going through any ascension symptoms down below. If you have any questions, comment down below. I hope everyone has a wonderful day, peace, and unity.